it's Chrissy here from Total Fluency, and it's the end of week 11. So I'm here getting ready for Christmas with my cat Rufus. And today we're going to start the session off with the statistics page. So let's have a look. Now completed 41 hours of study. However, as you can see, my accumulated fluency units total is still too low. They're at 1,569, and that's because my quiz score has dropped down again. Now, my quiz score there is 76%, so that's below the minimum acceptable rate of 80% and well below our optimum of 90%. Interestingly though, you can see that even at 76% I can get an A grade at a GCSE. So I just want to tell you about two of the reasons why we set our standard a little bit higher than most. So that's 80% as a minimum for accelerated language learning. The first reason is because we want you to have a really good coverage of all of the topics and to have very few weak areas when you go into an exam or start a conversation. The second reason is that getting 80% right is motivating, and we can use that positive charge to enhance your learning experience, which really helps when you're trying to lock information into those memory banks. And if you're interested to learn a little more about why 80% is the right number, then check out Bruce's video, which he'll be posting online later this week. Like most adults, I'm studying language and holding down a full-time job. So that means that the plan that you're running really needs to take into account the fact that day-to-day life is bound to get in the way every now and then. Sadly for me, my work has got in the way of rectifying this problem I'm experiencing with that group of words I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. That means my faith in the plan is extra important because I'm going to have to wait a couple of weeks before I'm able to put in the time and actually see some progress in the problem that I'm experiencing. However, if accelerated language learning is as powerful as I'm telling you it is, we'll both be able to see the results in the new year. So as I said earlier, a good language program should make allowances for the fact that sometimes day-to-day life just gets in the way of your language learning. And that's my tip for you this week. Make sure you have the right contingency in place for your language learning program. We anticipate that being about 25% ahead of schedule is the right place to be. That will give you enough time to deal with any planned breaks that you're going to have in your learning, say for Christmas, or for any unplanned breaks that might come up, which will allow you to focus on any problem areas that you might be experiencing, or to take time out to deal with something that's nothing to do with language learning, like a big job at work. Now, whilst I am still a little frustrated with my quiz score, I've got good news this week because I took one of the Goethe Institute listening exams online. It's the A1 listening exam, and I got 67%. So that meant that I didn't feel absolutely comfortable and I couldn't understand every word that was said in the listening exam. However, I was able to get 4 out of 6 questions right. And that's all this week, except to wish you a Merry Christmas and see you next week.